Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. It's literally a pick a card reading today. You have no idea how much joy that simple fact gives me. It's so lovely to have you here. If you are new, I am the Hermit Tarot, and this is my YouTube channel. We are a big family / community over here, so do feel free to join and stay and be respectful but helpful to each other's healing journeys. Today's reading, we are going to be asking Spirit for a yes or no answer to a yes or no question. It's a fairly quick reading, I've got to be honest with you guys. I did just want to talk about that quickly, so if you want to skip ahead, check the timestamps in the description box. But I just really quickly wanted to explain that I am still going through some family issues without being too descript. I lost someone that I love dearly last week, and it was very unexpected, and I just needed some time to get with it, and I'm still not 100%, absolutely. So it's not, I don't have the energy to do a beautiful big reading that I usually like to do with an extended and everything. So I had to sort of brainstorm based on the energy I do have and figure out what reading would suit based on what you guys actually like as well. So this is what I came up with. Now, I really appreciate you guys reaching out and offering your support, but I know for a fact that I'm not the only one that's going through something like this. There's been a lot happening in the world this year so far, especially from last year. The age of Aquarius is definitely bringing so much change into our awareness. So I appreciate any love you send my way, but be sure to stay helpful and hopeful for those of us who are going through it in this extended family as well. And don't be afraid to connect and support others in the comments. I see some very devastating comments sometimes, and I don't always have the time or the energy to respond to everyone, especially now. So if you see a fellow member of this community in the comments that you want to connect with and support, or if you're someone that needs connection and support, don't be afraid to comment, and you can do so anonymously by creating an anonymous account if you want to. But by all means, like, this channel isn't just about me, it's about us. I created it to create a sense of community, and so although I may not be able to be active and as emotionally available for everyone as I can, I hope that you guys can do that with each other as well on this video, in the comments. Use it as long as you're being respectful of each other. I hope that you get the support that you need down below. And thank you so much to those who do take their time to reply. I honestly, sometimes I'll go back to a comment on a previous video and there'll already be another member there who's commented something, whether they've commented the name of the deck that somebody's asked about, or whether they've actually reached out and offered condolences and support to those who are struggling. So thank you so much to everybody in this beautiful extended family. I honestly have so much love for you all, and you have no idea how privileged and grateful I am to be a part of this community. So thank you so much. And without going on that for too much longer, because I feel like I'm going to cry, let me introduce you to the groups today for today's reading, asking Spirit for an answer to your yes or no question. We have 8 groups to choose from. Each of these 8 groups will get the answer to their yes or no question. They'll also get an explanation of why that is the answer, and then they'll get some brief advice as well. I can confidently say that although I did 8 groups, it's fairly balanced in terms of yes or no, but they're also very different in terms of the explanation. So really take time to choose a group, use your intuition, make sure that you feel connected to the group, make sure that you feel drawn to the group. And if you have multiple questions, you're more than welcome to come back and get multiple answers. Just come back to this timestamp to ensure that you are getting drawn to the group that is most relevant to your question. So let's start by introducing you to group number 1. Group number 1, you have this Mercury card right here. I organized the cards astronomically in terms of they are correct in terms of the planets' placements in astronomy, but it is not correct astrologically. Mercury is actually connected to the 3rd house, Gemini and Virgo. So that's group 1. Group 2, you guys have Venus, and Venus is the 2nd planet. It's also connected to Taurus, Libra, and which house is it, Spirit? 7th house. I can't say that confidently because it doesn't feel entirely right. It's got connections to Taurus's 2nd house and Libra's 7th house, so it's kind of torn there, but that's the group 2s with Venus. Group 3, you have Mars, the 4th planet in our solar system. Mars is very masculine energy, connected to Aries and Scorpio. It's Scorpio's original ruler before we assigned Pluto. It's also connected to the 1st house of first impressions. So there you go with group 3 and Mars. Group 4, you have Jupiter, who is the 5th planet in our solar system. Earth is the 3rd, so that's why we're missing number 3. But Jupiter is also connected to Sagittarius and Pisces, as well as the 9th house of expansion. So that's group 4 with Jupiter. Group 5, you guys are blessed with the stressed Saturn. I don't mean to say that. Listen, Saturn is connected to both Capricorn and Aquarius. It has connections to the 10th house, and it is the 7th planet in our solar system. Did I miss something? It's the 6th. Thank you, Spirit. Is it the 6th? 7th, 8th, 9th. Yes, it's the 6th. If you count Pluto as a planet, it's the 6th. So group number 5, y'all have Uranus. So Uranus is the planet connected to Aquarius. It's also connected to the 11th house, and it is the 7th planet in our solar system if you count Pluto. Next, we have group 7 with Neptune. Neptune being our 8th planet in our solar system. It's also connected to Pisces and the 12th house. So very watery energies of Neptune in group number 7. And last but not least, we have group number 8 with Pluto. Pluto's connected to the 8th house as well. It is debatable whether this is a planet or not. I say it is, okay? I say it doesn't matter about the size, it's the energy. And Pluto has a very strong energy, especially in astrology. So we have Pluto connected to the 8th house. We have Pluto connected to Scorpio. Pluto is a very powerful energy in astrology. So that is group 8. So those are the 8 groups, you guys. You take your time, like I said, pause the video now if you need to, just to observe the groups a little bit longer. You may wish to join me in my 1-minute meditation as well, which will be playing after this clip. That meditation is designed to connect you to your intuition so that you can confidently select a group that you feel most drawn to intuitively. So I shall see you there if that's where you're headed. When you know where you need to go, click on your timestamp in the description box and join me in your reading. So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number, it may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color, it could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading. Group 1, and welcome. If you chose the Mercury card, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit yes or no. You think of a question, Sweet Pea, and let's get a yes or no response. We're also going to get a why. So why is that the answer? For Group 1, please, Spirit. Tune me into Group 1's energy with the Mercury card. All of those who chose Group 1, please tune me into Group 1's energy with the Mercury card. What is the answer to their yes or no question? What is the answer to their yes or no question? Group 1, what is the answer to their yes or no question? At the back of the deck, we have the Empress in the reverse position. Your first card is the Magician reversed. We also have the Five of Pentacles upright. We have the Princess of Wands upright. So the thing about this situation is it feels like it has potential, but it feels like the answer is no. And based on the cards that came out for this no answer, Spirit is saying that there's actually something better for you out there. Like this is just a teaser of what you can have, Group 1. This situation may be very attractive, or the offer that you may be receiving could be very attractive, but I sense that this is a stepping stone, sweets, and that there is something better for you out there. Some of you have limited your sense of value, and you actually deserve something a lot more than what you currently have your eyes on, if that makes sense. So let's double check with my other tarot deck and have a look at why. Spirit, is there anything else you could tell Group 1 in terms of why? Their answer is no. Is there anything else you could tell Group 1 in terms of why? We have the Ten of Swords upright. Is there anything else you could tell Group 1 in terms of why their answer is no? Is there anything else you could tell Group 1, please, Spirit, in terms of why their answer is no? Okay, we also have the Two of Pentacles. Is there anything else you could tell Group 1 in terms of why their answer is no? Okay, and we have the Six of Cups upright. So at the back of the deck, I am seeing the Page of Wands. I feel like getting the Page of Wands twice for you means that what you are seeking is also seeking you in some way. Stay curious, stay open, stay receptive, and allow this situation to be kind of like a stepping stone of intriguement, like keeping your intriguing energy open, allowing yourself to consider other options, because it almost looks like this situation was never supposed to be the outcome, right? I think with the Ten of Swords here, some of you guys need to kind of know that the answer is no, so that you can put that issue to rest and stay open to something better. I'm seeing that this is a cycle that needs to end, and I also feel with the Ten of Swords that it's better to find out sooner rather than later, because this has the potential to become a lot more harrowing or painful than necessary. And if you're just going to overthink it and stress about it, then it's just going to consume too much energy, where this new thing could come in instead. With the Two of Pentacles, I do see you weighing up options. So for some of you, this isn't your only option. You're just asking about a specific option that you have. And so this could be a process of elimination for you. Knowing that the answer is no, you may be feeling like, okay, cool, like I can free myself up for the other option now. But for those who aren't in that position, Spirit's saying that the answer is no, because some of you guys just have other priorities right now. You've got other things that you could be focusing on, and that for some of you, you should be focusing on. This could be an issue that you procrastinated on, and now that you know the answer is no, you can get back into that routine or back to that checklist with that Two of Pentacles. Spirit's just saying with this Two of Pentacles that the answer is no, because you should be prioritizing your other needs right now. However responsible those needs are, or however self-centered those needs are, This Two of Pentacles is very Taurus energy, and it just feels like your focus should be from a sense of self, like I need to do this for me. So with the Six of Cups here and all of this Page of Wands energy, I feel like when the right thing comes along, when the yes outcome happens, it's going to feel very different to the situation that you're in currently, Group 1. It's going to feel maybe reciprocal for starters, balanced, and it should actually give you this sense of like this thing wants me as much as I want it. With that Six of Cups, it makes me think that, did I say Pentacles? My bad. I've got Pentacles on the brain with this Two of Pentacles, but this is the Six of Cups. So it just feels like this is trying to extend itself towards you as much as you want it, the right outcome that is. So let's get a closing card for advice. What closing advice do you have for Group 1 who chose the Mercury card, Spirit? Okay, look at that. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Anything is possible is your closing advice. So Spirit's closing advice for you is to let that bar sit a little higher than where it has been. Raise your expectations and believe that this situation is not fruitful for a reason. Anything is possible. That's what I have for you, Group 1, when it comes to your yes or no question. If you have another question, feel free to go back to the pick a group portion and pick a group that resonates most for you, depending on the question you're asking. It's been a pleasure to read for you, however short and sweet it was, and I hope to connect with you in another video. Bye! Welcome Group 2, and to those who chose the Venus card right here, so lovely to have you. This reading today is going to be a quick yes or no reading, you asking Spirit a yes or no question, and I will be channeling the yes or no answer. We're also going to have a look at why the answer is what it is. So without further ado, let's get into it for group number 2, please Spirit. Those who chose the Venus card, for those who chose the Venus card, what is the answer to their yes or no question? What is the answer to Group 2's yes or no question, please Spirit? What is the answer to Group 2's yes or no question? What is the answer to Group 2's yes or no question? What is the answer to Group 2's yes or no question? Thanking you. Okay. At the back of the deck, we have the Two of Cups upright. Your first card here is the Seven of Swords reversed. We also have the Five of Swords upright. And we have the Hanged Man reversed. So this is interesting, my beautiful Venus groupus tupuses. This is interesting because your outcome feels somewhat undecided. It could go either way. It's not a clear yes or no answer. I apologize for that, but I had a feeling that that would happen because I'm doing so many groups and you just happen to be the first group that's gotten this. So let me explain why. First of all, with your bottom deck energy being the Two of Cups, Spirit saying it takes two to tango. The outcome involves two people seeing eye to eye. So this feels like it involves you and somebody else at the very least. It involves free will as well with the Five of Swords. Somebody has to make the decision and the other person has to reciprocate that energy. It also involves understanding each other's needs in this situation and being able to address those needs. So the reason why it feels like it's still up in the air is because a lot of the important communication in this situation hasn't happened yet. I feel like once communication is kind of offered in a more genuine and intentional way, you're going to get a better understanding of where the situation is headed, but it either feels too fresh or too undecided at this stage because we're dealing with so much free will and so much uncertainty, especially with the Hanged Man reverse. This is both a blessing and a little bit of a frustrating thing to hear. It's a blessing because This situation is completely undecided. If you're asking about a person, they haven't made their mind up yet. They don't know what they're going to choose. And for some of you, this isn't necessarily a love situation. You could be asking, am I going to settle on that house? The owner of the house hasn't decided yet whether they're going to accept your offer or not. So there is still room in this situation to communicate to that person, to communicate your feelings, to communicate your needs. Well, this is why I really want this house. This is what I can offer you to ensure, you feel a bit more comfortable about my offer. Whatever the situation is, it's still developing, and there is still time to voice more of why you want this and why you feel you need this in order to persuade the situation and this person. So I believe that this is a changing, developing situation with the Five of Swords, and that really the situation will tip depending on what you say and what actions you take. For some of you, if you're dealing with someone romantically, it's the actions that you will take towards them that will make up their mind, because they want to see that you have honest intentions. They want to see that you want this as much as them. That's what it kind of feels like. And maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you need to see them step up to the plate. So let's get some more tarot out to have a better look at why. So Spirit, can we get some more tarot for group 2 with the Venus card? This is a very tricky deck to shuffle. With the Venus card, group 2. Can we get more information of why their answer is undecided yet, group 2? First card out is the Three of... Is that the Empress, Spirit? It is the Empress. Interesting, the Empress reversed. Can we get another card for group 2? We also have that Eight of Swords reversed. Why is this their answer? Group 2, please, Spirit. We have the Ace of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. So Spirit's indicating that this situation is going to take time. Queen of Pentacles is your bottom deck energy. So why? Because I feel like we need to better understand how we could be helpful to each other in this situation, especially if another person is in the mix. The Queen of Pentacles reverse makes me think that this situation is either still developing or we haven't fully observed how what we can gain from this experience. Someone still feels skeptical, group 2. We still feel skeptical in this situation. Like, well, what can I genuinely gain? Is this worth me investing? Is this worth me accepting? I do see an offer in the cards with the Ace of Cups. I also see hesitancy due to focus on other areas of life that are growing, that are demanding attention. The Empress reverse makes me think that someone in this situation has crops that are requiring fertilizing, previous responsibilities or other things that are very fruitful that they need to kind of give their attention to right now. It could even be children, and we're having to kind of give out the best part of ourselves to that area of our life. Whatever's left over is going into this situation. I do think that the reason why is that it still needs to develop with the Empress reversed, and you still need to fully understand whether this is something that you actually want, as well as whether the person that you're dealing with in this situation wants it as well. Now, I don't mean to diminish your sense of worth by talking like this. It just makes me think that this person is skeptical, or they don't fully understand what they could gain from this question or this situation that you're asking about. With the Eight of Swords reversed, I do believe that someone is kind of stuck in their head about this and just feeling like they need to do something, but they don't know what to do. So the blindfold's off this person's head. They're realizing that they've got to take action, but they're kind of just in this in-between space of, okay, so obviously I need to do something, but what do I do? I do see an offer coming, and I think that why this is still on the cards is because there needs to be a further sort of offer given, or a compassionate offer given, something more heartfelt, something more intentional, and something more sort of emotional, if that resonates. And it's going to take time. You could be dealing with someone who struggles to open up immediately, so they need to kind of warm up to you. What is the closing advice for group 2? Trust your gut when dealing with this person and in this situation with them. Spirit saying trust your gut, group 2. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Closing as well. Spirit saying you are enough, group 2. You are enough. Let this person see the better side of you. And then if they still can't make up their mind, then damn, do they deserve you, group 2. I have other readings about that. If you want love advice, if you need love advice, if you need career advice, I got all kinds of those readings on my channel. And they are mostly timeless as well, so feel free to check that out. In terms of the question at hand, that is all I'm seeing for you, group 2. Thank you so much for joining me today, for your time, your energy, even though it was a very short reading. And if you have another question, feel free to go back to the pick a group portion and see which group resonates depending on the question you're asking, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Mars card right here, then this is going to be your reading. Today group 3, we have a quick short reading. We're asking Spirit yes or no, what is the answer to your question? And we're also going to be asking why. So let's get into it. Keep your question in mind, focus on your need for clarity, and let's see what answer Spirit can offer you. For group 3, please, Spirit. With the Mars card, what is the answer to the yes or no question? What is the answer to group 3's yes or no question? The back of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Your first card is the High Priestess. How dare she grace our reading? We also have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Four of Swords reversed. Oh my lord, group 3. I mean, sweets. For some reason, the answer to your question is no. Okay? With the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands reversed, an Ace reversed is an immediate sign of no. That's how I read them. But I think that it's a no with a question mark, if that makes sense. Like, because of the cards that came out, it feels like the answer is no. Kirk. He's being very needy. I apologize, group 3. It feels like the answer is no, because part of you knows that there's something else out there for you. Like, part of you knows that there's something else bigger and better waiting for you. Part of you is asking a question that maybe you know the answer to with the High Priestess, or this could be enigmatic for you, especially if you are intuitive and empathetic. You pick up on energy very easily. Maybe this is a black hole that you've been struggling to decipher. But I think that part of your cone of awareness knows this. With the Ace of Wands reversed, I don't doubt that this opportunity or this situation really feels kind of frustrating, because it gives me false start vibes for an Ace of Wands to be here. It gives me this feeling of, but it started off so well. Like, where did it go wrong? With the Ten of Pentacles reversed, it just feels like you and the situation are not aligned in terms of expectations. You want this, and the situation is that. You think you can have this, but that situation will keep you from having that, if that makes sense. Instead of you getting your best possible outcome, you would be lowering the bar in order to receive this. And so it just feels like you're not on the same page. With the Four of Swords over here reversed, I also believe that more information is going to come very soon, because it feels like this reading is just the tipping point of the confirmation that your answer is no, group 3. It feels like the tipping point is going to kind of offer more from this reading on to help you realize why the answer is no. But let's also get cards to have a look at why for group 3, please, Spirit. Their answer is no. Why is group 3's answer no? We have the Death card in the reverse position. Why is group 3's answer no? We have the Justice card upright over here. Wow. Why is group 3's answer no? Why is group 3's answer no? Why is group 3's answer no? Ah! That's not very helpful. One more card. Why is group 3's answer no? We have the 6. Is that the 6? No, it's the 4 of Wands reversed. Back of the deck is the 5 of Cups. So I do think that this situation has been holding you back from some sort of progression. I see you transforming beyond this situation. Like your bar is up here, the situation is down there. You're not energetically aligned, but also you have very different expectations in this situation. So I feel like, especially if this is a financial opportunity or even like a long-term opportunity, what you want, what you deserve is very different to what this thing can give you. And I see you realizing that with time as your focus shifts into other areas of your life and into other opportunities. But with the 5 of Cups reversed, it must be very difficult to accept this, and it's going to take time for you to realize how this is actually a positive. As long as you let yourself feel, let information keep coming to you, and stay grounded in how you feel at that moment in terms of processing those feelings with the changes that you experience, I see a win-win outcome for you, sweets. Like this situation is going to actually work out in your favor. However disappointing or difficult it is right now, it's going to work out in your favor. And with the 4 of Wands reversed, it's going to help you reach for more. I see the 4 of Wands reversed as you extending beyond a comfort zone, beyond a space that has been holding you. While that may feel very comfortable right now and what you may think you need, you actually need something else. You actually need your world to be a bit shaken up so that you can be pushed into a direction that you wouldn't have thought of had life been really easy for you. It's like you have to be pushed beyond a comfort zone in order for you to succeed in this situation. That's what it kind of feels like. Is there anything else you can say, Spirit, about the 4 of Wands? You're breaking some sort of mold here, some sort of tradition or some sort of idealization that either the group of people around you perpetuate, and they're like, group 3, why haven't you done this yet? Or this is the only way to be happy, or this is what you need to do to be successful. Your story is different. That doesn't mean you can't have happiness and success, but it just doesn't fit the mold. That's what that feels like, extending beyond the usual way that it would happen in order to get your version of success. So let's get a closing card of advice / affirmation for you. For Groupus 3pus, what is their closing advice, Spirit, for Group 3 with the Mars card? Spirit's advice is hang in there. And I actually love that for you, Group 3. Hang in there, okay? More information is coming. You will get confirmation. And in the meantime, trust you are enough. Your vibration is right. And you are exactly where you need to be. I see you transforming, and I see you eventually coming to terms with why this false start happened and why it could not go ahead the way that you may have hoped. So that's what I see for you, Group 3, in terms of your yes or no question. Do feel free to go back to the pick a group portion and ask another question if you have another one, and see which group resonates most for you, or which group you're most drawn to in relation to that question. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure to read for you in this very quick reading. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I hope to connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi Group 4, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Jupiter card, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit for the answers to your yes or no question. So is it a yes or no, and why? Let's get into it, Group number 4. Spirit, please tune me into Group 4's energy, those who chose the Jupiter card. What is the answer to Group 4's yes or no question? What is the answer to Group 4's yes or no question, please, Spirit? What is the answer to Group 4's yes or no question? The back of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands. Your first card is Temperance. I'm not surprised. You guys have a very Sagittarian energy about you. Very mutable. We have Justice reversed. and we have the King of Cups upright. So this is bizarre because I'm going to go ahead and say that your answer is yes. However, it feels like this situation, while it may be something that you really want, how do I word this, Spirit? Yeah, while it may be something that you really want, you may actually be a part of something else's manifestation right now, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like this situation may not work in your favor, even though the answer is yes. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. The answer is yes, definitely. But it feels like with Justice reversed, the Magician reversed, Ten of Pentacles reversed, like, I see this as being like a fleeting temporary moment for you, sweets, that leads to something else, if that makes sense. So yes to your question, but there's more in store for you as well, group 4, especially with the 3 of Wands here. It feels like the answer is yes, and the reason why it's yes is because we got to keep you curious and optimistic, and we got to keep you engaged in the possibility that the world is your oyster and that you could have so much more as well. So I feel like the situation is going to give you a taste of what that kind of situation is like, and then maybe you pivot in a different direction, because with the King of Cups here, it feels like the situation could at times be emotionally kind of manipulative, or could just have you feeling like this situation has gotten very serious very quickly, and maybe I need to kind of give myself more freedom and more self time, or more opportunities to focus on other things as well. That's what it feels like. Spirit, why is the answer yes for group 4 with Jupiter? Because the cards that came out just give me that strange feeling. Different. It's like a yeah, but like that's not a confident yes, you know? It's not like if you were going to ask Spirit directly, Spirit would be like, yes. And you'd be like, why did you say it like that? You know, instead of saying yes, your answer is yes. So Spirit wants you to stay optimistic. Spirit wants you to stay open and receptive and ambitious. And I think that the thing that you're asking about is very serious, and it has the potential to kind of limit your ability to stay open and receptive. They don't want you to settle down into this and accept this as your outcome. It's more of like a stepping stone. That's what it feels like. So why is the answer yes for group 4, please, Spirit, with Jupiter? Why is the answer yes for group 4? We have the Page of Pentacles upright. Why is the answer yes for group 4? We have the 2 of Pentacles upright. Why is the answer yes for group 4, please, Spirit? This deck is chunky. Why is the answer yes? We have Justice reversed again. I can't make that up. At the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles again. That's another group had that as well. So you could have messages in multiple groups, especially if you want to ask multiple questions about the situation. I see the Queen of Pentacles reversed as someone who's still trying to figure out their sense of identity amongst their responsibilities and their values. So sometimes we prioritize things that are importance to us to kind of get our sense of self from that. Like, I am my work, I am my children, you know, and carving out identity separate from that can be tricky. So I feel like this situation may be helpful in you figuring out your potential or your sense of self, but it doesn't define every aspect of you. And I feel like there are other areas of your life that are calling for expansion and exploration. And I almost feel like this is my group that is still figuring themselves out. Either spiritually, you want to kind of get out there and find the answers to your big existential questions, or just personally, you have personal existential questions, you know? Now, with the Page of Pentacles, group 4, I see that you are someone who is developing. You've got potential in this area. You're someone who has a lot to experience in that respect. Whether you feel like you've lived a lifetime or two already, Spirit has some other practical experiences in store for you to boost your skill set, your experiences, and to help you feel better equipped for the future that you are destined to have. Some of you are destined to be very successful in your lifetime, and your experiences will help you gain that success. With the Two of Pentacles, some of you are just very busy right now. The answer is yes, because it's within your realm of managing. Like you can actually have your cake and eat it too. But I also see with the Two of Pentacles, why is it yes? Because you are someone that can make it happen. You are someone that can physically make this your opportunity and make this yes, as much as you can make this no. So for a lot of you, I see this happening through your actions and through what you're giving attention to. But with Justice reversed, the answer is yes, because some of you are also forcing it to happen in this way, or letting it kind of fall into place in this way. And I just feel like it's not the outcome. You know, it's just a temporary fixation or fitting into this situation. And then once we kind of get more grounded, and once we start to kind of evolve into our more serious energy, we're going to realize, oh wow, okay, this needs adjusting. This can't stay like that. It's not fair, it's unjust, and it's unbalanced. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Let's get a closing card of advice for you, group 4. What is the closing advice for Grupus Forpus? We have forget the drama. That's interesting. Spirit's advice in this situation is forget the drama. So for some of you, this is about confirming something that you already know. With the back of the deck being courageous, maybe you've got to limit the amount of advice / information you're receiving so that you can just trust within your own intuitive self what it is that you need to do to help open up your horizon. I think that forget the drama is about decluttering the energetic influences in this situation and just focusing on what matters. You know, you don't need everybody's input. You don't need everybody's approval, validation, or insight. So declutter, forget the drama, stay grounded, and focus on your expansion. That's what I'm seeing for you, group 4. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have another question, you're welcome to go back to the pick a group portion and see which of the 8 groups you're feeling most drawn to based on the question you're asking. I appreciate all your time and energy in this very brief reading, and I hope to connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi Group 5, and welcome to your yes or no reading today. If you chose the Saturn card, then this is going to be your group. Welcome. Should I say welcome? Now, Group 5, we're asking Spirit, what is the answer to your yes or no question and why? It's a fairly quick reading today. It feels very bizarre, I'll be honest with you, but I'm still going to hope that it will be very informative and very clear for you. So let's start by getting you the answer to your yes or no question for Group 5 with the Saturn card. Spirit, tune me into Group 5's energy. What is the answer to their yes or no question? What is Group 5's answer to their yes or no question? What is the answer to Group 5's yes or no question? Yeah. Ooh. What is the answer to Group 5's yes or no question? Hi. At the back of the deck, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse position. Your first card is the 5 of Swords upright. We also have the Moon reversed. And we have the Six of Cups reversed. This is interesting. All this watery energy makes me think that the answer is yes, but it also makes me think that there is fear around this answer, this question. You've got Pisces, you've got Cancer, you've got Scorpio. So I just feel like this situation is changing for the Five of Swords to be here. It may be a situation that's causing a lot of conflict. I can't wholeheartedly say yes, but based on the cards that I'm seeing, I want to say yes. The moon is talking about clarity and seeing the truth in a confusing or fearful situation where there are a lot of shadows, a lot of doubts. And the Six of Cups is a feeling of trying to return back to a sense of home. So when it's reversed, it does make me think that the situation may have had its ups and downs, or you may have even emotionally sort of withdrawn from this situation and kind of gone, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And now it's feeling like it's meant to be. With the Five of Swords here, this did come out for another group 5. And the Five of Swords for me indicates that this situation can change very quickly once clear communication is offered in this situation. It makes me think that if you and this situation or this person or whatever you're in here, whatever you're asking about, were to be very clear, then the outcome would be very clear as well. But based on your current energy, it is still a yes. And it's just a yes that is tentative, because there's a lot of fears here and there's a strong sense of release here as well, with the moon reversed and the Six of Cups reversed, almost like you've had to release expectations or release emotional attachment to the outcome for fear of not getting the right one. Like maybe you really want it to be yes, but you're afraid that it will be no. So you've just gone, I release my emotional attachment, whatever it's going to be is what it's going to be. With the Hanged Man reversed, I do think that some of us already know this, and we may just be kind of asking a lot of questions, getting a lot of advice and struggling to trust what we already know. It's like we already have all the information we need to move forward, but we're still struggling to move forward. So Spirit, why is the answer yes for group 5 with Saturn? Oopsie daisy. Why is the answer yes for group 5 with Saturn? We have the Ten of Wands reversed. Why is the answer yes? We have the Seven of Pentacles in the upright position. Why is the answer yes? We have the Empress reversed. And at the back of the deck, we have the Hanged Man again. That's been happening a lot for my groups. You have the Hanged Man twice in the upright and in the reverse. So underneath that is the Four of Cups. Spirit's like, what are you waiting for? You're going to miss out on something because you're too afraid, or because you're doubting yourself and you're doubting the information you're receiving. The Hanged Man makes me think that the answer is yes, but you've known that for some time, sweet pea. You've known that for some time, so stay attached to what you know. Don't necessarily get your hopes up, but don't doubt yourself as well. Like, I understand, trust me, I understand detaching from the outcome because you're afraid of being wrong or being rejected or having it fall apart, but you have to, at the end of the day, be your main hero, your main MVP, in the sense of your main cheerleader, because your energy is greatly impacting this. Your fear, your doubts, and the uncertainty that you're projecting into this is greatly affecting your ability to seize this opportunity. With the Ten of Wands reverse, Spirit's like, yes is the answer, because you need to kind of accept a certain level of responsibility in this situation as well, especially if there is action that you can take, or if there's something that you can do to get that yes outcome. While others of you need to actually let go of your control in this situation with that Ten of Wands. You need to accept that the answer is yes, while also going, okay, so I can't do anything about it yet, so I'm not going to. But if you can, then you need to. if that makes sense. So it's really about your individual situation and whether your actions could tip the scales. And if you really believe that there's nothing you can do, then let go of that responsibility. The Ten of Wands reversed is about a reassessment of how much energy we're putting into this situation. With the Seven of Pentacles here upright, I do think that some patience is required. The answer is yes, but it's going to take time. And we're not just talking about waiting and for paint to dry and watching the grass grow and the kettle boil and all those other sort of analogies. I think that you actually got to put in some effort in here as well, and a consistent effort with the Seven of Pentacles. We're not just sort of waiting blindly. We need to kind of check in from time to time and put a little bit more in. With the Empress reversed, I think the answer is yes, because some of you guys need to believe that it can grow in order for it to grow. Some of you guys need to appreciate how the situation could be very beneficial for you and how you have been limiting this situation as well. With an Empress reversed energy, if you think this is unfruitful and infertile, then how can it possibly grow? That's the energy that I'm getting for your group. So what is the closing advice for group 5 with the Saturn card? What is the closing advice for group 5, please, Spirit? With the Saturn card. Spirit saying create moments and memories. So it does make me think that more needs to be invested here. It also makes me think that the situation needs to be kind of brought into a safer space. We need to be more safely, securely attached to this outcome. We shouldn't be clinging to it out of fear or rejecting it out of fear. There needs to be a secure sense of attachment to this outcome. And I think that that's why Create Moments and Memories is here, to kind of remind ourselves of why we really want this or why we really don't want this, whatever the situation is. Spirit's also saying protect your peace. So that makes me think, be aware of how your energy is impacting the outcome here, and how some of the sort of, what's the word, haywire energy has been impacting your ability to think and see clearly in this situation as well. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 5, when it comes to your yes or no question. I hope that reading was helpful. I hope at the very least it confirmed what you already know. If you have another question, please feel free to go back to the pick a group portion and select a group you feel most drawn to based on the question you're asking. It's been a pleasure to read for you, group 5. Thank you for all your time and energy, however short this reading was, and I hope to connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi group 6 and welcome. If you chose the Uranus card over here, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome. We're asking Spirit today, or should I say Privyet? We're asking Spirit today for a yes or no answer to your yes or no question. I will also be asking why, and we're going to get some really brief advice at the end. It's going to be a quick reading, group 6, but I aim for it to be informative and to really clear up the certainty that you may need. So let's put your card over there. Spirit, what is the answer to group 6's yes or no question? What is the answer to group 6's yes or no question? Hi. Okay. What is the answer to group 6's yes or no question? We have the, at the back, oh my lord. The back of the deck we have the Chariot reversed, if it will focus, the Chariot. The first card that came out for you was the Princess of Pentacles. We also have the Three of Wands and the Knight of Cups as well. This is really bizarre. This is so strange. I don't really think, I think you guys are unfortunately similar to one of the other groups in that it's a murky answer, and I apologize for that because I'm like, what did I say at the beginning of your reading, right? It has to be yes or no. But I can't confidently say yes or no because it feels like Spirit is pushing you in another direction. It feels like Spirit is using whatever you're asking about to get your energy ready to move towards whatever it is that is genuinely meant for you. I feel like the answer is no, but I also feel like a lot of you aren't going to take no as an answer, and you may actually sit in this situation for a while and make it a yes for as long as you get bored, and then you'll move forward. That's what it kind of feels like. Like, I want to say that there is something else, okay? But I also feel like we have a page and a knight upright. So this situation is exactly what is intended for your energy currently, but I can't say that this is where you're meant to be forever, if that makes sense. So as a simple yes or no, yes for right now, but eventually you're going to want to move forward onto something bigger and better. It feels temporary, sweets. I can't say that having a page and a knight is a confident yes. It is still a yes, but with the Three of Wands reversed, the Chariot reversed, and all the cards I saw in the deck, the Hermit reversed, I think that as you gain experience and as you naturally gain maturity, you're going to want something else. You're going to want to move forward. So for right now, the answer could be yes for you, but I feel like you may have more answers in other groups if you felt drawn to more than one group. But I also think that with the Three of Wands reversed and the Chariot reversed, this is something that will eventually wane, and there is something else that you're ignoring by focusing on this, especially with the the Three of Wands reverse. It's like Spirit saying, turn around, turn around. Like you're missing your whole horizon because you're focusing on the forest, and that forest is thick and it's distracting and it's confusing and it's overwhelming, and it may be very connected to you because you think you're a nature person, but when you turn around and see that horizon, you're going to realize how much you love the sea and how much you want to explore. So it's so interesting, sweets. I want to ask why, Spirit. Why is this their answer? Because it's not even a clear answer, and I apologize for that. You and one other group got this very uncertain energy. Everyone else was either a yes or a no, with extra little information from Spirit, but you guys are a huge question mark of yes/no. So Spirit, why is this their answer for group 6? Why is this their answer to the yes or no question? I'm hearing I'm not Mr. Right, but I'm Mr. Right now. We have the Nine of Cups. Why is this the answer to group 6's yes or no question? What happened? My gosh. Where does it start? Here? Yeah. We have the Five of Swords upright. Why is this the answer to... Look at that, flipped itself over on the other side. Why is this the answer to group 6's yes or no question, please, Spirit? Why is this the answer? We also have the Five of Pentacles, and at the back of the deck we have the Ace of Cups. So I'm hearing for some of you, you deserve love, you deserve connection, you deserve opportunities. So why is this your answer? Because you are someone who is going through a reinvention, and this reinvention is going to take time. So you're being given opportunities that are beneficial to your current energy, but some of these things have no place in your future. I think your answer is yes, so that you can stay, what's the word, Spirit? Curious? No, it's not curious, it's something else. What's that about? I see you closing something huge in your life soon and moving on to a new chapter. And I think that this is going to impact multiple areas of your life. And Spirit wants to keep things that are comfortable around you through this process so that it doesn't feel like it's too shocking. But I also see you eventually letting go and outgrowing a lot of the things that are comfortable, especially with the Nine of Cups, that your answer is so ambiguous because the importance here is on your mental health, keeping you happy, but also showing you what you need emotionally right now. And some of you need this right now, and that's why it's a temporary yes. But as your emotional needs develop, it could turn into a no, if that makes sense. With the Five of Swords over here, I see that the way that you talk and act and think is going to change as you start this new chapter of your life. And that's why I think that you're going to outgrow whatever it is that you're asking about. The Five of Swords tells me that this situation will change the more that you know and the more information you gain through communication and through your own actions and experiences gained through the actions that you're taking. And with the Five of Pentacles, it just feels like you're gonna, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I'm saying the same thing. You're gonna outgrow this situation. So I hope that wasn't too much of a downer for you, Group 6. I hope that was helpful and actually resonated with what you asked. It's a very interesting message, especially to convey in a general sense, because I can't get a genuine feeling as to what this is about for you, but that's what I'm picking up from Spirit. What is the closing advice for Group 6 in this situation? Okay. Your closing advice is passion and purpose. So Spirit is saying when it comes to this situation, the goal here is to keep your passion alive and to keep your sense of purpose alive. At the back of the deck, we have anything is possible. So I do see some of you going through a reinvention. That's probably why Uranus was calling to you. And I see that as your environment changes, so too will your interests, and so too will the things that you desire. Your passions are going to change. What you're interested in is going to change, and your sense of purpose and obligation and responsibility is going to change as well. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Group 6. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me in this quick reading. You may have messages in other groups, just saying, especially if you have other questions about this situation. I recommend you go back to the pick a group portion and see which of the 8 groups is you're most drawn to based on the question you're asking. Thank you so much for all your time and energy, Group 6, and I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye! Hi Group 7 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Neptune card over here, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit today, let me think now, I nearly forgot. What are we asking Spirit? We're asking, first of all, what is the answer to your question? It has to be a yes or no question. And then we're asking why. Why is that the answer, Spirit? Why is the answer yes or no? We're also going to be having a look at brief advice at the end on what you should do in this situation. So those who chose the Neptune card, please, Spirit, tune me into their energy. Group number 7. What is the answer to their question? Keep that question in your mind, Group 7. This Neptunian energy is very easy to get distracted in. What is going on for Group 7? What is the answer to their yes or no question? We have the Three of Swords reversed. What is the answer to Group 7's yes or no question? We have the Two of Cups reversed, and they want to show us the Princess of Wands upright with the Five of Cups upright. This is interesting because I actually think your answer is yes. Seven of Cups, but this Neptune energy was no coincidence. It hasn't been like this for all of the groups. I just picked the planets because we have 8 of them in this deck, and I just thought that would be a good way for you to pick a group. But for you guys, I think Neptune is impacting your ability to see clearly in this situation. I think some of you meditation is going to be more helpful for you, and focusing on the information that you already have is going to be helpful for you as well. You're very attractive, Group 7. So I see that this outcome is going to work in your favor. You're attracting exactly what you want. But I think that you need to kind of keep that reminder, not focus on keeping it very specific to the point where you're limiting your worth, but reminding yourself that your vibration is high, your worth is high, and you're attracting exactly what you are worthy of. It feels like some of you, the reason why it's difficult here or why the energy changes has to do with your emotions and other things that could be going on in your life. The Five of Cups upright is actually, in my opinion, a little bit more optimistic. in this setting because it feels like we're looking at the situation healthily. We're going through the motions, we're processing the losses, the disappointments, and the changes in our emotions, allowing us to eventually turn around and notice exactly what is left, that Two of Cups. So I feel like your answer is yes, but there's some more stuff you got to work through first, especially with the Three of Swords reversed. That is a clear yes card to me when that card's reversed. The Two of Cups reversed, though, there's some emotional blockages or just a need to be able to kind of get on the same page and hash things out to a compromise energy. But with the Princess of Wands, I feel like there is potential here, and the Queen of Wands was in the deck, so that makes me feel more confident. The fact that I saw the Queen of Wands, it makes me think that your energy is kind of developing in this situation. I feel like the outcome is yes, but I just think that more emotional work needs to be done in this situation. So, Spirit, why is the answer for group 7 yes? It's so interesting doing yes or no readings because it changes the meanings of the cards for me. But again, there's so many ways to get a yes or no answer. So I have to honor the fact that those are the cards that chose to come out to give you your yes answer. And that's a very difficult energy to work with in order to get the best possible outcome. We do have the Ace of Cups at the back of the deck. Spirit, why is group 7's answer a yes? I feel like some of you need to recognize your opportunities as well. We have the Strength card reversed and the Hermit card reversed as well, if they will show themselves. The lighting is not great today. It's been raining for the last couple of days, and I always like to use natural lighting when I can. We also have the King of Pentacles reversed. So with the King of Cups reversed at the back of the deck, this situation is greatly impacted by your emotions and by your emotional state of being. So if you are going through something right now that is impacting your mood, I see that that is also impacting the outcome here. The outcome can be yes, because you are manifesting and attracting it, but we have to kind of clear those emotional blockages and those emotional delays. I don't even want to say delays because, sweets, this is natural. You're not going to be happy all the time. You're not going to be coasting through life with no sense of sadness or loss all the time. So whatever you're going through, whatever this is, you just need to work through it naturally and remind yourself that you are a spirit having a human experience. This is a part of it. This is a human emotion. I think that once you clear that, you're going to be able to see more development in this situation. With the Hermit card, all these reversals actually, the answer is yes because of you, because of what you want and what you choose for yourself, essentially, with the energy that you're putting out there. So I do see some blockages because of that. I do think that there is some more work that we need to put into this, especially on an emotional scale with the King of Cups reverse. We need to be clearer in terms of what we desire, what our heart wants, and what our feelings are trying to tell us in this situation. And we need to put those intentions out there more honestly, more openly, more intentionally. We also need to learn to trust our wisdom in this situation, trust our own guidance and our own experiences and what they've helped us realize about this situation. We also need to have compassion towards ourselves and towards the circumstances surrounding this situation. We need to, with the Strength card reversed, remind ourselves of what is our responsibility and what isn't. And if it's a little bit too difficult to take responsibility and to have courage, we need to be compassionate towards ourselves and work up that energy at a natural pace, you know. With this King of Pentacles reversed, this does make me question how you're going to go with this outcome, whether you're going to really take your time or whether you're going to kind of lose faith in this working out, because the King of Pentacles reversed is someone who is skeptical and someone who is somewhat selfish, I've got to be honest. So I almost think that you're going to spend time on other things before you figure this out. You know, like your energy, your time, your attention is invested in other matters of importance and value before you figure this out. So, can you tell us anything else? The Four of Wands reversed. It just feels like you've got other things taking precedence right now, or there's other things that you need to sort out before you bring this in. The Queen of Wands, you're still manifesting it though. So, Spirit, what is the advice in this situation for Group 7? You are enough. Spirit saying, you do you, you are enough, just be happy. So focusing on your emotional state of being is obviously one of your main priorities right now, or it should be. But in the meantime, sweets, your energy is everything. Working through this energy is what is going to help you attract that outcome. And if you don't want that outcome, it's as easy as raising that vibration to recalibrate for something better. You know, I really feel like you have a lot of control over this, and this is something that isn't your primary focus right now. But the answer is yes, you are enough. This could be a fantasy that you use to escape whatever else is going on in your life. You can have it. It's just a matter of whether you will accept it and when you will make it a priority for you to be able to bring into your life as well. So that's what I see for you, Group 7, in terms of your yes or no question. That is the answer, as well as why and some quick advice. I have lots of other readings that may be able to go in depth into this situation if you want to check out my channel and see which of those timeless readings could be most helpful for you now. Thank you so much for all your time and energy. I appreciate you dropping by, even if it was very brief, and I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye! Hi Group 8, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Pluto card, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit yes or no. So you basically need to ask a question, and we're going to get a yes or no answer from Spirit. We're also going to be asking why that is the answer, and we're going to get some really brief advice at the end, okay? So it's a pretty quick reading today, as I explained in the intro. Let's get into it, shall we, Group 8? My Plutonian babies for Group 8. Those who chose Pluto, please tune me into their energy, please, Spirit. What is the answer to Group 8's yes or no question? What is the answer to Group 8's yes or no question? Hi. Oh, we got 3 cards straight off the cuff. What? Magician upright, Ace of Wands reversed, Temperance upright, 2 of Wands at the back of the deck. That Ace of Wands is a flat out no, but the Magician is kind of like a, what else can you do? And Temperance is saying you can do better. The 2 of Wands is saying you've got other options. So I'm going to say no, Group 8, but you guys feel very nonchalant about this. So if that doesn't resonate, maybe you've picked the wrong group. But I almost feel like you guys are just kind of like in a creating space, and you're just asking a few different questions, and you've come to Group 8 and you're like, okay, let's see what she says. So I'm going to tell you, your answer is no, because you got to think bigger with this Magician card. You're very much in a creator space, and ultimately what you think is going to make the outcome. So if you think huge, if you shoot for the moon, you know, you could have the moon in this situation. There is a feeling of being attached to reality, though. Please don't do delusional. Please don't get delusional. Stay attached to reality. But that Ace of Wands reversed in the middle is really, I can't look past it. Despite having all these positive cards, it's like Spirit is saying, no, like think bigger, go harder. Manifest a way here, really, like plan big. I feel like some of you are in the planning stages, and make those plans grand, sweets. Go all out, you know, be very ambitious. And I think that you also need to see what else is out there with the Magician card. Do your research, you know, ask questions, get your confidence up so that when it's time to invest your energy into this, You know exactly what it is that you want to go for, especially with the Two of Wands here. Like, I'll be honest, I think that you could make this work. I don't think that it's a definite no. It could be a yes if you wanted it to be, but it doesn't deserve you. It's just a false start. It's just a tease. It's just a distraction. You could have something better, especially with Temperance upright. Like, you give me the kind of energy, group 8, where it's like you could make anything happy. You know, you could make anything, you could make anyone happy. You could have anything. So why not shoot for the best? You know, that's what it feels like, especially with Temperance. It's like the energy you bring sets the tone. You know, it gives me that real cocky sort of like, I don't go to the party, I am the party. You know, like you walk into the room, you are the room. You know, everyone else was just twiddling their thumbs trying to figure out what the vibe was until you walked in and you set the vibe. That's what it feels like. I wasn't expecting this to be a gas up reading and to boost your ego like that, but I just think that this situation almost isn't your equal. Like, you have a very manipulative energy here, and it feels like you could make anything whatever you wanted it to be. So it feels like your answer is no. I need to ask why. Why is group 8's answer no, please, Spirit? Why is group 8's answer no? Oh, okay. Why is group 8's answer no? Oh. Why is group 8's answer no? There we go, finally. We have the Knight of Swords upright. Okay, we're going to take that card. Why is group 8's answer no? We have the Ten of Wands reversed, and we also have the Knight of Coins in the upright position. At the back of the deck, we have the Chariot reversed. So, why is it a no? Because it feels like this isn't the best use of your time, your skills. Spirit is saying you have a lot more than what this situation can give you. I feel like you guys are onto something better. And I think with the Chariot reversed, the reason why this answer is no is to help put your energy in the right direction, to invest in the right thing. It feels like if you were to invest in a false start right now and it didn't work out, that would greatly impinge on your confidence. And it feels like the goal right now in terms of your spiritual team is to get you into a feeling of blind confidence. And so they're doing everything they can to create blockages where necessary to ensure that you're solely focused on things that are helpful, things that boost your confidence, and things that add to your current skill set and development. It really feels like Spirit is trying to keep you in this creator mode where you are literally like, where to next, what to next. But I also see you picking up points of curious interest along the way and kind of wanting to kind of go in different directions. And then Spirit's like, damn it, they're curious, but they can't go for that because it's not going to work out. So we're just going to put a big blockage there. And you're like, hey, what happened with that? You know, like I was into it. Why wasn't it into me? Because Spirit's trying to really carefully guide you with the Chariot reversed into the right direction. I see that you have a lot of determination with these two knights. Honestly, I'm super excited about where you're headed, Group 8. I feel your spiritual team is really taking care of you right now. I think you have a lot to look forward to. I see that all your effort is paying off, so invest it wisely. Invest your time, your energy, your effort wisely. It is all paying off for you. Honestly, I'm very excited about where you're headed. I see that your attention is everything, so don't give everybody your attention. You can really just build so much based on what you're interested in right now. So I hope that's okay. I have guidance readings up if you need more information about that. That's as much as I can tell you in this reading to cater for everybody who picked Group 8. But if you want more information, check out my channel, see which reading pulls your attention based on the question you asked, and hopefully we can get into a detailed reading there for you. But with the Ten of Wands reversed, not my problem. You know, why is this a no? Because it's not your problem. It's not your responsibility. Your energy is precious. So why does everything and everyone need it? They don't. Let's get some closing advice for you. What is the closing advice for group 8? We have enjoy the ride. So I see you guys having a lot of fun on your road to success. I see you guys really having fun and having experiences that are helpful. So you are heavily protected. So enjoy the experiences you are having. Trust that in every moment you are exactly where you are intended to be. You cannot do any wrong right now. You have training wheels on. Your spiritual team is doing everything they can to withhold what is harmful, to ensure that you stay confident, creative, and perceptive. They want you to look at things and to attach yourself to the right things. So enjoy the ride, sweet pea, and trust that anything that is really damaging isn't even going to come into your cone of awareness in the first place. And if it is damaging and you've accidentally seen it, it's going to be taken real quick and you're never going to see it again. So that's what I see for you, group 8, when it comes to your yes or no question. I hope that was helpful. I hope it confirmed what you may have already known with your beautiful wisdom. At the end of the day, you're in a very powerful energy, so I hope you get all the information, clarity, and truth that you need. It's been a pleasure to read for you, and I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye!